Welcome back to Attack on Cowboys, your home for everything Dallas Cowboys. And buckle up because today's news is absolutely earth-shattering. What has just unfolded could very well be remembered as one of the most dramatic, most expensive, and most impactful trades in NFL history. I'm talking about a seismic shift in the league's balance of power. Early this morning, in a flurry of breaking news that left fans, insiders, and rival executives absolutely stunned, the Dallas Cowboys pulled off a move so monumental, so aggressive, that it's already being called the defining trade of the decade. The Cowboys have officially landed defensive tackle DJ Reader in a deal reportedly worth a staggering $280 million. That's right, you heard that correctly, $280 million. This isn't a typo, and it's not speculation. It's reality. DJ Reader is heading to Dallas, and the NFL may never be the same again. As soon as word of the deal hit social media, the sports world went into an absolute meltdown. Phones started ringing in team facilities across the country. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, every platform blew up instantly. Cowboys Nation responded with the kind of intensity that only a fanbase like this can bring. Hashtags started trending globally. The reactions ranged from pure elation to jaw-dropping disbelief. Some fans were literally jumping up and down in front of their televisions, while others were scrambling for every piece of information they could find. Jerseys began flying off online store shelves the moment the news broke. And in front offices around the league, from Philadelphia to San Francisco to Detroit, coaches and general managers began reevaluating their entire strategies, realizing that the Dallas Cowboys just became a significantly more dangerous opponent. Make no mistake, this isn't just a flashy move or an attention-grabbing headline. This is a full-on declaration of war from Jerry Jones and the Dallas front office. This is a shot across the bow to the rest of the NFC, a powerful message that the Cowboys are done waiting, done falling short, and done being almost there. They're going all in. The checkbook is wide open. The window is now. And with this one move, Dallas has completely changed the narrative. This trade sends a message that is loud, clear, and impossible to ignore. The Dallas Cowboys aren't just looking to compete anymore, they are here to dominate. So let's take a breath and really examine what this means. DJ Reader is not your average player. He is not simply a solid addition. He is, without exaggeration, one of the most powerful, technically sound, and downright disruptive defensive tackles in the entire NFL. Standing at 6'3" and tipping the scales at over 320 pounds, Reader is a walking wrecking ball. He has a rare combination of size, strength, balance, and footwork that allows him to control the line of scrimmage in ways few players can. When he steps onto the field, he demands a double team. He plugs running lanes, collapses pockets, and makes life miserable for quarterbacks and offensive coordinators alike. His presence changes the calculus for every offense he faces. And now, that presence belongs to the Dallas Cowboys. For the past several seasons, Reader has been the cornerstone of one of the most respected defensive fronts in the NFL while playing for the Cincinnati Bengals. His role was pivotal in their playoff pushes, helping Cincinnati become a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Time and again, Reader proved that he's not just a big body in the middle, he's the kind of difference maker who alters game plans, disrupts momentum, and commands the respect of both teammates and opponents. He is a culture setter, a tone setter, and above all, a leader. Inside that locker room, Reader was known for his unrelenting motor, his dedication to preparation, and his ability to hold everyone accountable, from rookies to veterans. And now, all of that, every bit of it, is coming to Dallas. The leadership, the production, the presence. This is exactly the kind of move that championship teams make when they're serious about taking the next step. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. For years, Dallas has fielded a talented defense, but one that often seemed like it was missing that one key piece. They've had stars. Micah Parsons is already a generational talent, DeMarcus Lawrence continues to be a wrecking force off the edge, and Trayvon Diggs has grown into a true lockdown corner, but there has always been that glaring need for a dominant presence in the interior of the defensive line. Someone who can command attention every single down and free up others to make big plays. That need has now been filled in historic fashion. Now, let's talk about the money because this figure has people absolutely floored. $280 million. That number alone is enough to shake the foundation of the league's current economic structure. It's a deal that not only breaks the bank, but rewrites what we thought was possible for defensive tackles in the modern NFL. The deal spans 5 years, meaning Reader will be earning an average of $56 million per season. That's not just the highest salary for a defensive tackle in league history, it places him among the top-paid defensive players of any position ever. And while some critics are calling the price tag excessive, those close to the Cowboys organization believe it's a bargain for what he brings to the table. According to sources within the Cowboys front office, this deal was actually in the works for several weeks, meticulously negotiated behind closed doors with only a select group of top executives involved. The goal was to avoid leaks, control the narrative, and strike at just the right moment. The trade includes a massive haul, multiple draft picks, including 2 first-rounders and several key rotational defenders, but Dallas was willing to pay the price because they saw something bigger. They saw a rare opportunity to not just improve, but to transform. This wasn't just about adding talent. It was about changing the identity of the defense. Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn is reportedly overjoyed by the move. After returning to Dallas despite drawing significant interest from teams looking for a new head coach, Quinn made it clear he wanted the tools to build an elite unit. With Reader now at his disposal, Quinn's vision can finally be realized. Imagine the possibilities. You've got Parsons coming off the edge like a missile, Lawrence wreaking havoc on the other side, Diggs locking down receivers in the secondary. And now, in the middle, a player who can blow up a play before it even begins. Quinn is expected to move Reader around the line, taking full advantage of his versatility. Expect to see disguised coverages, deceptive fronts, and exotic blitz packages that leave offenses guessing and quarterbacks running for their lives. But beyond the strategy and the X's and O's, DJ Reader brings something just as important, an unshakable mentality. He's a grinder. A fighter. A professional who brings intensity to every practice, every meeting, every game. He doesn't take plays off. He doesn't let others coast. He demands excellence, and he backs it up with every snap. In many ways, this is the kind of leadership Dallas has been missing in the trenches. A veteran presence who can set the tone, rally the unit, and push the entire defense to a higher standard. That kind of culture shift can't be quantified, but it's often what separates good teams from great ones. So what does this all mean moving forward? Well, to put it simply, it changes everything. For years, the Cowboys have been the team with potential. The team that starts strong, flashes brilliance, builds hope only to falter when it matters most. Whether it's a late-season collapse or an early playoff exit, the story has been frustratingly familiar. But with this move, that narrative is shifting. This isn't just about potential anymore. This is about firepower. This is about grit. This is about sending a clear and undeniable message to the rest of the league. The Dallas Cowboys are no longer interested in being a footnote. They're aiming for the front page. They want the NFC title. They want a Super Bowl. And they are willing to go to unprecedented lengths to get it. The response from rival teams has been swift and intense. Sources say that within hours of the trade, personnel from the Eagles, 49ers, and Lions were already breaking down film, revising scouting reports, and holding emergency meetings to discuss how to counter the new-look Cowboys defense. This one move has altered the playoff calculus across the entire conference. It has forced other contenders to reevaluate their paths. And for some, it's a wake-up call that Dallas is no longer just a team you need to prepare for, they're a team you need to fear. Meanwhile, reactions from NFL insiders and legends have flooded in. What took to Twitter to declare DJ Reader in Dallas? That's a game changer. DeMarcus Ware, a Cowboys icon and Hall of Famer, posted, "Defense wins championships." This move tells me Dallas is tired of waiting. And even fans of rival teams have had to admit what is now obvious: this deal makes the Cowboys better. A lot better. For the fans, the excitement is reaching a fever pitch. Reader's jersey is already a bestseller on the Cowboys online store. Local shops in Dallas are putting up Reader-themed signage. Social media fan pages are exploding with highlights, breakdowns, and fantasy projections. Cowboys Nation hasn't felt this kind of buzz since the trade for Amari Cooper reshaped the offense. But this time, it's the defense that's taking center stage and doing it in dramatic fashion. As for DJ Reader himself, he kept it short, sweet, and incredibly impactful with his first public statement as a Cowboy: "I'm ready to go to work. Dallas has always played with heart. Now we're going to play with dominance." That one line encapsulates everything this move is about. It's not just about dollars. It's about desire. It's about determination. It's about a franchise that's tired of coming up short and ready to break through the ceiling. A formal press conference is expected in the coming days, with Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy both scheduled to speak on the move. Insiders say Jones is viewing this as a defining moment for the franchise, a chance to correct course, re-establish dominance, and finally bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas. This isn't about making noise. It's about making history. And for a man who has made no secret of his desire to return to Super Bowl glory, the Reader trade represents a final, powerful push to get there. So Cowboys Nation, get ready. The journey is just beginning. The eyes of the NFL are now locked on Dallas, and the road ahead is going to be intense, emotional, and unforgettable. If this team can stay healthy, if this defensive unit clicks, and if Reader brings to Dallas what he brought to Cincinnati, there's no limit to what this team can achieve. The NFC just got a whole lot more interesting. The Cowboys aren't playing around. They're coming for everything. And that's all for today's massive update from Attack on Cowboys. Make sure to hit that like button if you're fired up about this move. Subscribe for more daily Cowboys news, trade analysis, and insider updates. Drop your reactions in the comments. Do you think DJ Reader makes us Super Bowl favorites? Because I do. Until next time, stay strong, Cowboys Nation, and get ready for something special.